Broke my heart and ate it.
Welcome to Obscure Eats, the show where we have chats and eat food.
Hey, thanks for doing this, by the way.
No
this
worries.
is so cool.
It's cool.
Yeah.
It's very cool. Also, I've never had an interview where I get food too, so it's like, I'm happy.
Yeah.
I love that it's fried chicken.
Right, not
Like,
fried.
Yeah, it's
fried.
present tense.
Yeah, it's
right?
happening right now.
Yeah, right now.
Should we just get a bunch of stuff?
Well, yeah, I mean, like, you're the boss.
Okay. Food.
Drinks. What? This is a good job.
I know, I reckon. Maybe some pork congee,
Yeah, that's my fave.
bacon and egg crepe,
Yum.
Taiwanese tea egg.
Yeah, yum.
The beef burrito is really good. Let's get some pan-fried dumplings.
Yum.
Oh, there's a bubble tea over there on the side.
Oh, awesome.
Do you want to try that out?
Yes.
Okay.
I love winter melon milk tea. Have you had winter melon milk tea?
I haven't had it with milk.
Wait,
but
I haven't
I've
had it with milk. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'll get. They're like this like weird gourd
Yeah.
thing.
And then what do they do? Just like juice it? Yeah, probably.
Great food hosts here. It's not like nothing educational about this.
We know exactly what we're talking about.
Yeah. You had radish cakes? They're good too.
Yes. Yeah. What's it called in Taiwanese?
Is the last bit gao? I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, that's just cake though. That's all right.
How's your Mandarin? Yeah.
It's okay.
It's okay.
I don't know how's your Mandarin. We're just like having a standoff right now. Like, how's your Mandarin? I did teach myself a little, like when I was an adult.
Yeah.
I'm no longer an adult.
I should say, like, it's no coincidence that we're here at Fried Chicken Master, which is a Taiwanese place.
Yeah.
Because we both have Taiwanese
Yeah.
heritage,
Well, that's
right?
why I thought you picked this place.
Yeah, exactly.
But now I know
exactly.
I'm not special. You take everyone to Sunnybank.
I just want to show them the good stuff.
I actually was so bad here. Street signs in my room, stealing trolleys and like jumping on them to grab.
Interview confessions. I love it.
Getting like trolley poles. Yeah, I was in like little, what would you call it? Hood rats. My mum would constantly like, it would just disappear. She probably just all thought it was some weird collection hobby. Look at me, I'm just like
I know,
grabbing at
it's
things.
so exciting.
Like, yeah, manners are gone.
Let's order.
Let's order. Can I get winter melon tea, please? Like, this is a feast going on. That's like a 5-man feast. You can speak Mandarin.
I can speak Mandarin.
Okay, right.
I just get laughed at by, Taiwanese people.
Yes.
Yeah.
How do you get better without trying?
Right.
This is what I'm telling my mum all the time. She's like, you speak Mandarin with an Australian accent. And I'm like, well, how am I meant to get better, Mum?
Yeah. So we're in a Taiwanese restaurant.
Yeah.
Is there a go-to meal that's either Japanese or Taiwanese to feel connected to your heritage?
Yes. Oh my God. I need the third word, but is it just niuro mian?
Yeah, beef
Is
noodle
that
soup.
it? That's it, right?
Yeah.
That's my favorite.
The soft beef that falls
Yes,
apart.
and like the soup is like a hug, you know, and it's really lovely.
Hello. 好，谢谢.
Oh my God. Great. My paper one's not working out for me. There we go. Oh.
Thank you.
Look at me being food bloggy.
Let's make a sauce together. I probably shouldn't. I need to go to the toilet every time afterwards. Are you serious?
But I still go for it.
You need that heat. I'm always pushing the limit. Just like, how far can I take it this time?
I'm not even pushing the limit. I am like across it all the time. It's like every time I go to Nando's, I know what I've signed up for.
Peri.
Yeah, it's like, okay, lunchtime Nando's, afternoon stay at home. Yeah. I can do vinegar if you nail the portions. It's 2-1 for me. Chili's like 5.
What would be your food chef Jones name?
I think I'll call it like Pork Belly Jones. Yeah.
I
That's
love
good,
that.
right? Yeah, Pork Belly Jones. It's me with like a little snout and then like a big belly.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. With like salt in hand because I'm like consuming myself. I think. Yeah.
Your own belly, just cutting into it,
Yeah.
is spicy. Wow. We went hard.
We went really hard. Is it going to be a 20-minute show today or 1 minute? We shall find out. Tune in.
Oh, cheers.
Come, babe.
Come back.
Getting my points. Walk us through this Taiwanese burrito. How did you eat this?
It's huge, isn't it?
Yeah.
I didn't actually know how I did it. I think I one-mouthed it, just one bite.
Oh, this is gonna fall, and then I'm gonna be committing.
And you're wearing white as well, which is dangerous.
I thought this when I put it on. I was like, better nail my chopstick game.
What'll be really impressive is if you get food stains on the hair palms. So looking at your work, right? There's this. It seems like you've got this fully realized, like art direction aesthetic, and you describe it as a combination of loud and minimal. And it sounds like such a cool, juicy juxtaposition. Can you explain the idea behind loud and minimal?
Oh, that one was a spicy bite. Whoa. Yeah, I think most people assume that like I just go for really big and really loud because it's quite vibrant. You know, and not many people use colours in the way that I use colours, but people are really colourful and a lot more maximalism than I am.
Yeah.
I'm always really picking like 1 or 2 colours and then sticking with it. And even when you see it, it's like, I don't really know how to describe it, but everything I do is like done with purpose. So everything has meaning to it.
Like a theme or an overall motif that you have in mind for a particular project.
Yeah, and there's a reason for everything. But it's also just to, I guess, tie in my heritage as well. You know, I'm constantly using reds and yellows, and because it's just something that I've always grown up with, and I think that's a really great like explanation of loud but minimal too, is how our cultures use colours. It's not really done in a way where it's like pop art, right? But it is still really colourful.
Yeah, you're right.
So,
like New Year's, like reds, explosions of colour.
Yum.
Yeah.
I want to do the congee.
In your music videos, it kind of feels like you could almost describe it as world building. If you could inhabit any fictional world, what would you inhabit?
Oh. Like an anime, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's got to be a Studio Ghibli movie. I think I'd go with Spirited Away.
Oh,
I think.
So nice, hey?
Because how could you get bored of Spirited Away? Like, and all the creatures and finding out like all the stories and where they came from and what makes them them.
Just the baths.
Yeah.
They look so comfy to be in.
Yeah, self-care every day.
And that guy that goes, You're like, I don't think I should give you Keep your goal to yourself, friend.
Oh, but I love No Face. I would be friends with No Face.
Like No Face in his like calm, sitting on a train state.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And my nose is running like crazy from the chili.
Yeah, let me put this closer.
Rod's just gonna get like 20 minutes of me like...
Actually, there's this, like, I guess, mural over there, which is a night market in Taiwan. But it does remind me of, like, the way the building kind of looks. It's got all these lanterns.
Totally. Lanterns, yeah.
I heard a rumor, a place in Taiwan called Jiufen.
Oh, yeah.
Looks like it.
No, that is what is inspired. Yeah,
Right.
How crazy is it?
It's
Have
so
you been
cool.
to Jiufen?
I have!
Yeah, I love
it was
Jiufen.
amazing. Yeah.
I've been there like 10 times.
Really?
Like every time we go there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
totally.
so cool. I went with my wife and she...
You have a wife?
I do have a wife.
Oh,
yeah.
amazing. Hello, Freya.
Hello, Freya. She just like fell in love with it. I fell in love with it. We had the best bubble tea of our lives. It's just so cute. Like everyone's really happy to be here, and it's like a magical land or something.
I went to, so I'm not recognised in Brisbane, like ever really, like rarely. But I went to Jiufen and someone stopped me and was like, "Are you Jaguar Jonze?" That was what was said to me, and I was just like, "What?" Like, I just wasn't.
Yeah.
I wasn't ready for it.
Yeah.
And then it was just this whole group where they're like, Jaguar Jonze, we follow you on Instagram. And they just like bombarded me with photos.
Wow.
And my mum just didn't even pick up on it because why would that happen?
Right. You're in Taiwan and like randomly.
It's Taiwan, but also like up in the mountains.
Yeah.
It was so random. And I lost my mum for hours because she just went on her like market, you know.
Okay. You're like doing all these things, collaborating with La Bouton, you're on the cover of Enemy, you're like touring the States. So what is your relationship to this idea of fame?
Well, I don't need it. No, all I want is a sustainable career, which is like, you know, I can do what I am so passionate about doing, put food on the table, roof over my head, provide security for the like people I love. And then if I can freely express and create and connect. So I do need connection, which means that, you know, some people have to know what I'm doing, but I don't need fame at all. Like, not at all. Yeah, that's not my goal and that's not why I went into it in the first place. My goal is to just be able to express myself and have conversations and learn from other people. Do you like how I'm interviewing you?
Yeah, I see that happening.
Yeah.
Good job.
Welcome to my show. Did you play an instrument growing up?
I played trumpet.
What? That's so not typical Asian.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of feel like I got away with something.
Yeah.
My parents
did you pick it? You picked trumpet?
I did, yeah.
And they let you have it?
They let me have it.
Wow.
Yeah. Because usually it's like violin or piano, right?
Yep.
Because those are like the fancy, classy instruments.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, classical. My mum's neighbour is a guzheng.
Oh, wow.
I'm just gonna say the same thing, but more westernized. Like, wait, how do you say it westernized? Guzheng.
Lap up.
Yeah, lap up.
I was watching like a martial arts film where, I don't know, maybe she was like a demon lady playing a guzheng and using it as a weapon to like fire notes at people and they'd explode at them.
That's so cool.
Yeah. I freaking love martial arts films.
But I really wanted to learn it. Like, I thought it'd be really cool. Yeah.
Did you get a chance to?
She let me come over and have a twinkle.
Right.
I just played it almost like a guitar. But I was having a lot of fun with it. I really want to like write a song and have that in it.
Yeah.
It'd be amazing.
Do you find yourself like infusing little bits of cultural heritage into your music?
Yes, and I don't think I do it in very obvious ways at all because, it'd just be too forced. Like the guzheng is like, you know, I grew up listening to my neighbour play it and so it's something that I've got to enjoy and feel a part of. But I'm not going to go and start picking like every instrument in my heritage and bringing it in.
Sure.
It's more like maybe some certain sounds of music that my mum like, you know, listened to in the car and while I was growing up, or like, you know, the kind of songwriting melodies that come through, or the way they sing things. I feel like it's more like that. That is what is like kind of weaved in because it's my influence, right? Yeah.
Actually, I did this deep dive into your Dina Jones like Spotify account, and I came across this playlist.
Shit.
Right?
I didn't know people look at that. Yeah.
Well, I did.
Oh no.
And there's a playlist called like From My Younger Self or something along those lines.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And it had, who was it? Like Utada, Hikaru, Chou. And I've got this like really big soft spot for this kind of stuff, but at the same time, I'm kind of like a bit embarrassed because it's kind of like this daggy,
do you
guilty
see
pleasure.
me right now? Like, I love like, I guess Taiwanese or Chinese, or just even like, I guess Asian culture. Sad as fuck ballads.
Oh yeah, they love that.
Is the mainstream pop.
Oh yeah.
Isn't that funny? Like here it's just like doof, 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 doof. But over there it's like, and you broke my heart and ate it. Like, you know, and everyone's like, number one. Like,
they love it.
When I say they love it, I love it as well. It's
Yeah.
like sad girl in me. It's just like, Jay Chou, you understand me. So yeah, I fully grew up. I still have CDs, like, because my Mandarin's not great, but whenever I went to Taiwan,
Yeah.
I would go into a music store and I'd pick albums based on visuals or Jay Chou. Like, so yeah, there was this band called like SHE.
Yeah.
It's like
My
three
sister
women.
says S-A-H-E.
And I was obsessed with them, and I
Yeah.
still have this like deluxe edition CD. Yeah, there's just so many, and same with like J-pop as well. I just would love the like. I've been binging Utada, like Hikaru Utada's like brand new album. It just dropped like last week.
Oh, really? I
Yeah.
didn't see it coming, but
No, that's
I'll check
okay
it out.
because like, you know, it's not like popular news.
Would you collaborate with like
Yes.
an Asian? Okay. Right.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh well, like I just did BVs for a Japanese artist.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Can you say which one?
No, I'm
Okay.
not. Yeah, because
Is it a big deal?
No.
Okay.
It's more just like she DM'd me.
Right.
And she's just like, I just want like my sisters to come and just do BVs, and I was like, yeah, sure. So
This is
it
so
was just
cool.
like, didn't even go through official channels. I didn't even tell my manager. Her manager didn't talk to me. We just like Instagram. I just like, you know, recorded it and sent it, and I was like, do whatever.
Wow.
Like it doesn't need to have my name on it. It's just
Okay.
like whatever. But I've done tours in Japan before, where I just toured with this like, he's like my big brother now,
Yeah.
but we didn't know each other. And his name's Taiga Yamazaki. We just toured all around Japan, and I saw how respected he was in the indie scene. And it was cool. It was one of my favorite experiences.
Wow.
So
Okay.
yeah, like I would love to collaborate with Asian artists,
Yeah.
like from all over the world. But my dream, like to go off your question, like Jay Chou, like write me a song.
Well,
Yeah.
I hear he lives in Gold Coast every now and then. Like
Well,
he's,
he married a Gold
Brisbane-
Coast
right.
girl.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know he's like the #1 like pop star in Asia, but like
Yeah.
if anyone on the Gold Coast has connections to Jay Chou, please hit up my manager, Matt, to then reach out to me.
Yeah. The temporary just for Jay Chou manager.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be amazing. Oh my God.
I haven't had one of these yet.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, so that's been me, like just smashing them?
So, you recently released a song called Little Fires, which I noticed like has this titanic drum sound, this almost like operatic scale to it.
Oh.
And I might be wrong, but are you like trying out a different vocal style? Something that's like more like colossal rather than sort of like moody?
Oh, I think it's a different song entirely.
Sure.
So you're hearing my vocals in a different way. It is a lot more ballady than everything else.
Yeah. I mean, you really get up there in like in the second half, like right into the like the big seats of the high notes. It's so cool.
Yeah, I didn't know I could do that.
Yeah, right. Did you like realize that about yourself through the recording process, the writing process?
I mean, like, I wrote it like that, and
Yeah.
then I just was like so insecure, like, oh, I can't do that. Like,
Sure.
why would I do that? But when I write, I don't put rules on myself. It's like whatever I want to express, and that's what came out of that song.
Yeah.
You know, I had just before Little Fires, like, Cut,
Yes.
and Who Died a Major King. And I think it's almost like this, like, I don't know, what do they say, like the 7 stages of grief, or like, you know, that
Yeah.
kind of healing. And it's like anger first. And anger is an emotion that I haven't allowed myself to feel growing up. I was always told anger is bad, but I realize it's more that the way people handle anger is bad.
Yeah.
But it was really fun letting myself like express anger in Who Died Made You King and Cut.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever written songs like that before,
Right.
or performed songs like that.
At the
no.
end of Cut in the music video, there's this like moment of I guess I call it maniacal laughter.
Yeah.
And I guess it makes sense because it's like about being like gaslit, told you're wrong all the time sort of thing.
Yeah.
Is that kind of like an expression of the crazy makingness of that gaslighting? Or is that just your normal laugh?
No. Well, yes, that is my normal laugh. That is actually just like a real outtake.
Right.
I said to everyone, I was like, I just want this moment of like at the end where I'm like blitzing. It's almost like masturbation, right? There's no context, but you better check out the music video.
Yeah.
But I just wanted it to be like this masturbation almost of like, this is so dangerous and it's so like hard to watch because I'm putting an angle grinder between my legs.
Yeah.
But that's how much I want to get out, like
Right.
of what that whole chastity belt stands for, which is the abuse and the gaslighting and, you know, all that toxicity. It's like, it has like held me back for so long and like affected my, you know, reality for so long. Like that's where the maniacal comes out of, is just like that you were like pushed right to the edge. And then you're like able to kind of like pull the curtain from like in front of your eyes and see what's actually been happening, and you just want to get out of there.
Right.
So that's what I wanted to kind of symbolize,
Yeah.
but done in this almost like light-hearted way.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, there is that deep feeling of like release or
Yeah.
relief.
Yeah,
Both at the
totally
same time.
both.
It's
Yeah, no,
incredible.
I think
Yeah.
release relief is good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really love the guitar input. That
Yeah.
bow, 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 bow. I don't know, there's something about those single notes that just like hits like a sledgehammer. It's really,
Thank
really
you.
cool. Yeah.
Kudos to my guitarist Joseph,
Right.
who's like just this amazing cowboy gunslinger. Me and him just bond over cowboy music. From those two really punky, aggressive, angry songs,
Yeah.
Little Fires was this freedom I never really like explored in Jaguar Jonze, which is, well, who is Dina when she's not in front of the media,
Sure.
and like not fighting everyone's fight and not taking on all this like power that is, it was actually a really hard time. And it was exhausting, and I had to constantly stay strong for not only myself but literally hundreds and hundreds of women or people who, you know, came forward to me.
Yeah, you were representing them.
I was
Yeah.
representing them, but it, like, people forget that you're human, right? And that like the reason why I'm at the front of something fighting for that is because I was a victim and I was a survivor. And I think that song came out of like, who's the side of Dina that you don't get to see,
Right.
and that like they're the people that you're actually fighting for. You know, like what does it actually feel like to be where I was, and what kind of emotions was happening. And yeah, Little Fires is, I guess, this like recognition of like, you can be so small and so quiet and so scared, but be able to create something really amazing. And the whole message in Little Fires is like, from little fires, you can create a blaze of reckoning.
Right.
And it's all about us being little fires together, and it can just turn into this, you know, huge momentum. Just this comfort to my inner child of like, I'm proud of you and like, well done for like, pushing through when no one believed in you and everyone was against you, and you know, people were using their power to make sure that you disappeared or to really affect your career or to silence you.
Yeah.
But I pushed past that, and it's just, I don't know, I guess it's just that kind of vulnerable, intimate, raw side of what has been a really difficult 2 years of advocacy. So, yeah.
When you sort of are advocating for marginalized or vulnerable people, it's really subtle, but like every single post, when you're making a post, there's this real care taken, hand making these things that are really,
Thank you.
really important. You're like a megaphone for women and people of color. It's really cool. Just a thank you for advocating for marginal people
Thank
and
you.
people that are vulnerable.
We're all doing it together.
Yeah.
You know, you're giving people a platform too by having these interviews. So I think it's a group effort. I didn't find myself to be in that position years ago. I didn't have that strength. I didn't have that voice.
Sure.
And it made me realize how important it is. I wish I had that back then.
Yeah.
And so I'm trying to do that for those who don't have the voice or the platform or the power right now to do it. So I think it's important to me.
Believing that you're here to stay. Now that you're leaving, we can finally say, who died and made you king?
It's not all just who died and made you king, and it's not all just cut. Like, it's not all about this kind of like warrior person that's like charging through. The reality is, like, it's deep work and it's traumatic work and it's really hard and isolating, and you don't get emotional support. Little Fires is the comfort song, you know, like
the catharsis.
Yeah, the catharsis, and that's why you're hearing me do the colossal. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Colossal, like it's almost that like deep, like anguish that needed to just come out, but in this like soft and beautiful way of like, I don't know, the beauty of what everything was too, and the tragedy of it too. So.
Changing, burn this whole thing down. One little spark that started a flame. One little
I think the hugeness of it kind of lends itself to Eurovision.
Totally, yeah.
Which is what's happening, right?
It's funny.
Like
Well, I wrote it as like, if you heard the demo, it's like just acoustic guitar. There is still the belty-ish, but it didn't get quite that big. But when the band and I started working on it, that's when we kind of like really wanted to build that tension and release that tension. But otherwise, it was literally just like an acoustic number.
Because it's like this epic, almost orchestral, like you've got strings coming through it, like it kind of peppers in the middle and then becomes this string section towards the end. It's like it was made for, it wasn't made for Eurovision, but it's perfect for Eurovision. Actually, can we talk about Eurovision a little bit?
No, yes.
Okay. In 2020, you were in Eurovision Australia Decides. Montaigne got it.
Yeah.
Did you have any sort of words of support?
Yes.
To share
Oh my
with
God,
with
it's
Montaigne?
actually so funny because like I didn't realize I was like, I love Jess. She's an amazing person, and I really wanted her to win. And I was so stoked that she won, and she gets to perform again at the end of the show. And I didn't realize that they left her mic on when the ending credits were rolling. And it's me running up on stage, like tackling Jess, and I'm like, I'm so fucking proud of you, into her microphone. And you can just see, like, if you go and watch the show, it's right at the end. Logos like coming up, like Eurovision, and there's like credits happening, and everything's about to get swallowed, and it's right at the end, and you just hear this like, I'm so fucking proud. I'm so fucking proud of you. I didn't notice, and I just like got off, and I just had all these messages from Eurovision fans just like, oh my God, did you realize you like God swearing in there? And I went to the back, and they're just like,
oh shit.
We didn't turn that mic off. Anyway.
What was that experience like? Was it like being in a crazy reality TV show or something?
What was that experience like? It was very full on. In the sense that I've never done anything remotely close to it before. And I mean, like, now I'm in a better position, but 2 years ago, I've never even played to a room of 2,500 people.
That sounds like a lot.
It sounds like a lot. I've done that now a couple of times, so that's less of like a daunting thing. But that was the scary bit already for me, and that's level 1 because it's live on television to 4 million viewers. You know? Like, and I'm just like, oh my God, how am I going to perform to 2,500 people? And, you know, people is just like, no, 4 million. Like, you know, and I'm just like, ooh, like crazy.
Right. Is the 4 million just Australia?
I have no idea, but yeah.
Because then you've got all of Europe, right?
Yeah.
That are, you know.
Yeah.
Wow. That's
Like,
insane.
it's just hitting me now, like, and I've never sang with earpieces before. Like, it's always been like, you know, grungy bars with the speakers in front that you
Sure.
get to like cradle and like, you know. But this time it's like, you know, you've got an earpiece and someone's like, all right now, Dina. You know, like,
there's a pep talk person in there?
well, sometimes it's like, okay, now pick up the microphone. You know, like, we're going to have you in 3, 2. And like, I've just never even had that experience
Right.
before. So that was weird to me.
That must feel like you're in a spaceship and they're counting down to like blast off. You're like, holy shit.
You know those spy movies? And like,
Yeah.
the person is like,
Yeah, stop touching your ear.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. It's that. Like, Dina, stop trying to turn around. Like, you know.
You've mentioned before that you weren't raised on like art and music. Like your parents didn't really see value in it as a kid. What was the drive for you to create stuff, given that it was such a played down thing?
Like, to be honest, I really don't know. I actually like went to Melbourne Uni and I was studying engineering.
Yeah.
Like, very maths and science. I was following that path that I was expected to follow and like really forced to follow. And the truth is, like, there was so much trauma built up inside of me that I wasn't even aware of. I didn't even realize that, like, for the better part of my life, like, most people don't have the childhood that I had. I had to really learn that. And the way I was able to learn that is through music. But what really, like, pushed it over the edge is when I was 18, I lost, like, a really good friend of mine. He passed away, and that grief just like swallowed me whole. And I don't know, like I really don't know what it was, but I was walking home from uni and I passed a garage sale, and for some reason I decided to buy a guitar. I told myself I'm going to learn how to play the guitar. I just started writing songs. It's like, you know, all that like suppressed emotion was like so full in my body that it was like almost wanting to vomit out, and the way I could do that was I just started writing songs.
Wow.
Yeah. And they're horrible songs. It's not like I'm like, I decided to be like a musician and I became Mozart. Like it wasn't like that. It was shitty songs.
Right.
But it was therapeutic and it was like giving myself permission to speak for the first time and realize that I don't have to just like keep bottling things up. And it's the same with art, I guess, afterwards. It's all of that kind of like creative medium is like I kept discovering these like different mediums of communication and therapy because I didn't have access to all of that to help, you know, overcome the really hard things.
Did the music, photography, and illustration all sort of come at the same time, or was it?
It was staggered,
Yeah.
really staggered. So it's like music, and then once I realized, like, oh wow, look at what that can do, and you know, it was almost like my brain went childlike.
Yeah.
And you know, when you're a child, you ride a bike and fall off and don't give a fuck, and then you know, you might want to try like all these other activities, and there's no judgment, there's no shame. For me, it's like art saved my life.
Yeah.
And then to be given this like gift of life, I became so passionate about it.
Right.
So then I was like, fuck everything.
Yeah.
Let's go for it. The insecurity didn't even come up. I was just like, I just want it.
Yeah.
That was the mode I was in. Where I was like, music, yeah, okay, like let's just try and write songs. And then afterwards I'm like, drawing. Well, let's see what happens. Because there was just so much need to express.
Yeah, you were saying because Jaguar is like a mirror to yourself, right?
Yeah.
And then Spectator is like a sort of a window into other people's lives.
Yeah.
So you're like not only, I guess, exploring your own history and trauma, but you're like, you turn the lens outwards and help people with theirs.
Well, yeah, I don't even think they helped, like, I helped people with theirs. They helped with mine as well.
Right.
You know, like it was this realization of community and family and network, and you know, when they're telling me their story, they're feeling better because they can share something, but I'm also receiving it and going like, oh wow, I can do that too. It makes me realize how important connection is. There are still these really difficult days where my past comes up, or I'm insecure, or I'm wondering if I'm doing the right thing, and just having that kind of like community of people, you know, where I need them and they need me, you know, it's just this really beautiful transaction.
Yeah.
And it makes me realize like I'm doing something worthwhile and of meaning, and it resonates with people.
One of my personal favorite tracks of yours is one called Rising Sun. It's got this like trip hoppy, like almost like Portishead, massive attacky sort of sound to it, calming and mellow, and just like also driving and stuff.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That was me, definitely. You know how we were talking about like how do you bring your like cultures in? Rising Sun is obviously like
Japan.
Yeah, but like I had this idea in my head of this wolf and the moon, which is very Western, right? Which is why I kind of changed it more like to a rising sun, but the wolf. And there's like that like dum dum dum, and then it's like oh kind of thing. But I've just like made it into my world.
Smiling at the rising sun.
And then I was looking at your playlists and the music that you listen to, and I saw a lot of Portishead.
Oh my God, you really dove deep. I need to like do something about, I've got stupid playlists in there. Like I showed, did you find one called Ragtime?
Yes, Paragon Ragtime Orchestra.
Oh, wait, did you
It's
actually have
fully
it
in my notes,
Oh
yeah.
my God.
What is that about? Because I was like, what is this? Is there some sort of secret?
I was just joking then, but oh my God, you actually have it in your notes.
Well, I heard it and I was like, I can't not, you know, dig into this, whatever it is.
I was, okay.
It's beautiful music, but it's...
No, it is, and it's not something I'm a fan of. Well, I am a fan of it. This is where I'll explain myself, like, oh fuck, I need to realize that people look at my Spotify and its playlists. But how I first started in the music industry was I got a job at Nightlife. And my role towards the end of my journey there at Nightlife was music programmer.
Okay, cool, okay.
And my job was to find all the music for things. Ragtime Orchestra was for Dreamworld and their entry. Into, you know, when...
Like the theme park
The
Dreamworld.
theme park Dreamworld, where you're walking in.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's like that... Dun, 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 dun.
That's that?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, so it's me programming Dreamworld's entrance music.
Right.
But that's one of them. Like, there's another one which was like Star Casino, and it's VIP room up at the top.
Yeah.
There's a lot of them are Vietnamese. And so they wanted the top Vietnamese music.
Okay, what's the playlist with songs all about hotels about? Like there's a hotel
that's
in
me
this
being an idiot.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh,
right.
yeah. So the hotel one is me being a fool. Like I just was like, how many songs could there? You really dove deep.
did.
Oh my
I
God,
did.
I'm so embarrassed.
I loved it because like, whoa, Dina is so freaking eclectic. There's like wild shit in here.
I have one called Gear Shifting Changes.
Okay.
Did you see that one?
No.
It's all songs with key changes.
Right.
Yeah, so when you're feeling really down, just put that playlist on and you're like, you know,
It'll
like...
literally lift you up.
Whitney Houston, like, yeah,
right.
So I need to clean it up because a lot of the stuff I have is really stupid stuff, like a playlist
Paragon
of...
Orchestra.
Yeah.
Okay.
But there is some in there that's like throwback. That's very me as well.
Yeah, I see a lot of 2000s R&B. Saw a lot of like...
Yep, that gangster phase.
Yep. Bit of hip hop.
Yep.
It's great stuff.
Oh yeah, so you know, I make indie music.
Yeah.
But if we're gonna go out, I just want R&B. Oh, that's so funny. I'm still laughing at the ragtime, like that's on your list. Looking over to your piece of paper, I'm just like, I can't believe it. Like I haven't even looked at that playlist for years. Oh wow, you're a diver.
I love
everyone
music.
needs to be scared of you and like what playlists they have.
Yes, they do.
That's coming for you.
That's the thing I'm interested in. Like, what are you listening to and why?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That Kelly Clarkson playlist, get rid of it. Kelly Clarkson Christmas, what's that?
Who was that for? Who did that? Someone hacked into my account.
I mean, I love the good Christmas music.
Mariah Carey, 90s era.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Great, though. Really
Best
good.
Christmas albums. It's so great they can use these as like eye coverings.
Just
like,
shame,
Yeah.
hiding away.
yeah. If you could like instantly be expert level at any skill, given that you already like know so much and do so much stuff.
Oh, I don't know
would it be?
anything. Instantly
Yeah.
being really good. Does it have to be realistic?
No, it doesn't.
Well, I'll give you two answers then. The unrealistic one would be teleportation,
Oh, that would be so cool.
because punctuality is not my thing. And I love traveling too, so I'd love to just be like, thanks for this interview.
Yeah. Go on a
Sydney.
Tahiti. Yeah. Sydney. You picked Sydney?
I know.
We're in Australia. You could have gone anywhere
Yeah,
in the
but
world.
I'm respecting travel laws right now. I don't want
true.
to teleport and then quarantine.
Okay.
So.
You could go to Pluto and there's no one there and you're
Oh
very
yeah,
isolated.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then okay.
Then you die.
No,
There's no air.
I'd die straight.
fair.
It'd just be like, hello. My realistic one would be, I would love to wake up and download Mandarin, Japanese, and French languages.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I wake up and I'm like fluent
Yes.
in all three of those.
That's such a good answer.
Yeah.
Damn. I think that was my answer too.
No, it's not. You just stole it.
I was
No,
like, but I went with every
you said
language in the
damn
world.
after I said my answer, so that was like a damn.
Maybe the damn of relatability.
No, it
of
was like a
shit.
damn. I wish that was my answer.
Yeah, mine's
can
just a
borrow it.
kickflip, damn it.
You can share my answer.
Okay,
It's fine.
okay.
Yeah. Then we can order fluently next time.
Yeah.
We'll come in and we'll be like,
Instead of like 90% English
Yeah.
and then the
Yeah.
two phrases I know in
Yeah.
Taiwanese. Yeah.
hey, at least you knew your food. So you have two phrases and food.
Yeah.
So
Food's important.
well,
Food's
especially
important.
to your show.
And do a
Thanks
final
for
photo.
the breakfast.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you.
This was
Thanks
a pleasure.
to amazing human beings.
Cut. Thanks. I mean, you haven't really interacted with Rod that much. He might be
No, but look at this like patience and
right. Look at the cherub like cheeks.
yeah. Oh,
Little
he's
cheeks.
blushing.
All right. Let's do some takeaway or something. How does this work? Okay.
Cut.